Hello and welcome. I'm joined by Dominik Schneiter, CEO of WinGD. Thank you so much for joining me.
Welcome.
And now something we're talking a lot about at Marintec this week is a greener future for the shipping industry. What do you think needs to be done to secure a successful energy transition?
The chemical energy carrier, hence the fuel, will not so quickly be replaced. So I think the first thing we have to make sure is to make this fuel available. Once this is available, we as an energy provider, we can ensure that the fuel can be used on the existing or new engine types. So in WinGD, we strive for developments that either are applicable for new engine, new buildings, or retrofittable for existing engines. So we build actually on well-known expertise to apply methanol and ammonia mainly, but also LNG as a transitional fuel. This is one important step, so we need the energy available and the technology that can deal with the energy. Another important step is actually to make the propulsion systems on these merchant ships more effective, more efficient. And there the word integration comes up, different way of producing energy, electricity on board, etc.
And WinGD is in a particularly good position to help with this because you have the insight over the entire energy flow.
Exactly. The two-stroke main engine, which is our product, is the main consumer on board. It's the biggest energy converter that consumes most of that fuel. And having the insight into two-stroke in static conditions, transient conditions, heavy weather, for example, is actually essential to optimize energy consumption. And we can optimize the engine by nicely managing the energy flows, as you say, by balancing the mechanical energy with the electrical energy. So that means using electrical devices to actually keep the engine, the combustion engine, always at the sweet spot where it's most efficient, and at the same time produce or consume electricity through the propulsion system. WinGD has developed energy management system, and we more and more start to integrate generators, PTOs and PTIs, so power take-ins. The two-stroke engines is on board the most efficient combustion engine compared to generators is more efficient. So only to move electricity production from the generators to the main engine actually helps to reduce fuel consumption on board, and that's exactly where we invested.
Why is it important that we not only look at alternative fuels, but also looking at reducing fuel consumption?
The main thing is costs. You know, the operation costs are decisive, so the new fuels, they are scarcely available, so they come with high cost, and the green methanol or synthetic ammonia, they come with a price premium. You need double the volume because of lower energy density, so ship owners operating on these fuels, they pay a high burden. So that's one reason to reduce the energy consumption, because then you can actually reduce this burden a little bit. Another reason is if you still run fossil fuels, because the new fuels are not available, you might run still on diesel fuels or LNG, both fossil based. They will be taxed in future. EU ETS scheme, Fuel EU scheme, where there's a tax incentives for CO2. So basically penalizing operators that run traditional fuels. But so very often these operators don't have a choice because there's no other fuels available. So with having more efficient systems, you can actually reduce this penalty because the CO2 footprint of these existing vessels will be reduced. And that's exactly where we see the big retrofit case. It's easy to make a business case. How much do I invest and how much do I save on the tax side? Easy to calculate for owners, for decision makers, operators, and a clear way forward actually with better energy integration or better system integration.
Thank you so much for your insight, Dominik. Enjoy the rest of Marintec.
Thank you.